Dave, just wanted to ask about McDavid. Not a guy that loves to talk about himself. He seems to always defer to the team, and just your sense of how that resonates in the group. How maybe guys appreciate that when they see a player that's that good and gets that much attention, but doesn't necessarily revel in it.
Well, that's the leadership he shows. I mean, he's probably had that his whole life, and it's he's an incredible player that. The players that play with him are always amazed at what he can do or what he does in the games. And to be that humble is, as a teammate, you respect a guy for his leadership, or respect for his ability, but ultimately you respect him as a human being because he's just a really good person. Just so happens that he's a really good hockey player to go with a really good person.
I noticed you almost booted him off the ice today, just managing the energy levels of a guy that seems to want to be out there a lot.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of fun being on the ice. So we're just, we had a good practice today, but there's some guys that had more minutes than others that we just wanted to make sure that we weren't overtaxing them today, and so they'll be ready for tomorrow.
Derek Van Diest, Post Media.
Hi, Dave. Just want to ask you about Evan Bouchard. He had 8 shots last night, a couple of assists. He looks like he's just growing in confidence by game here. What have you seen through his first few games?
No, he is. He's we finally got him in where he's playing every game, and he's playing and not thinking about what he's doing. He's a highly talented, instinctual player that when he's just playing, not thinking too much, his skills take over. That being said, like last night, he's got 8 shots on goal, but there's some issue there. There's some stuff he's still got to continue to improve in the defending part of it, positional part of it, just tying up men in front of the net. There's some things like that he'll continue to improve at. But he's a young player that, as he continues to gain confidence, it looks like he's becoming a better and better player every game.
Are you comfortable with moving him over to the left side? Like, can he play there if you needed him to regularly?
We'll see how it goes with, depending on whether we need him there or not, but he's comfortable over there. That's probably the first part of it, is if he's comfortable there, I'm a little more comfortable with it. If you got a player that's not comfortable with it, chances are you're not going to get the job done very well, but he's very comfortable with it over there, and he's willing to give it a shot. He said he's played there a bunch in junior, so we'll see where it goes.
Jason Gregor, TSN 1260.
Dave, do you have an update on William Lagesson?
No, he's getting some tests done today. We'll find out later this afternoon.
And let's say he's good or not, what about Ethan Bear? Do you see him coming back? And I know you've talked earlier this year about not having guys sit out too long. Are you wanting to get Jones in the rotation again?
All the above, yeah. We'll find out about Bears. He practiced again today. Jonesy's been practicing hard, so we'll just see where we are with all the injuries and see where everything falls out tomorrow.
Kelly Moore, CJOB.
Hey, Dave. That final 17 and a half minutes of the second period, for those of us who don't get a chance to see your hockey club on a regular basis, is that as dominant from a finesse and physicality perspective that your team has played so far this season?
We've played some, there's parts of that second period that we really liked. There's still some mistakes we'd like to take out of it, but when you get momentum in a game, you get it going the right way. It's, it kind of goes in ebbs and flows like that, but the more time you can have that you're playing the right way and finding ways to play in the offensive zone, that should benefit your team. So we got ourselves kind of back into the game a little bit, but ultimately we didn't finish it off. So there were some good parts of last night's game, and there's some parts that we can fix, and that's probably, you can say that for every team in the league right now.
Other teams around the North Division also have a pretty good skill level, but why is it that these two teams, I mean, the coaches want it defensive, Lord knows the goaltenders do, but everybody else seems to not be in agreement with that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. There's good players want to make good plays, and they make it hard on the goalies, I guess.
Jim Matheson, Post Media.
Dave, you played Tyler Ennis 9 shifts in the first 2 periods and 8 in the third. Obviously, he's playing well. Is there a chance he could move up and play with Leon tomorrow?
We're looking at a lot of different things. There's just, you're always looking for little grab players that you can think can fill in and maybe get a bump somewhere. I like Ennis and JJ and Archibald have been really good, but we'll see where it goes tomorrow.
What about Gaetan Hawes? Is he ready to play tomorrow? And if he plays, where does that put Kyle Turris?
Well, we'll see if he plays. He had a good practice today. We'll see where his mindset is after today. I haven't talked to him yet, but he's getting closer.
Ryan Rashog.
Just back to Evan Bouchard, I think he threw 11 pucks on net last night, but 8 of them got through. Can you maybe just discuss the value of a defenseman who instinctually wants to shoot it, but is so good at actually hitting the net?
That's certainly one of his strengths. He has a way of just changing the position of the puck to get it through. A guy looks like he's right in front of him, and he'll just change the position enough to get it past him. So he's one of those guys. There's certain defensemen that have that knack, and he has it. He's also got a very hard shot. He shoots it as well as anybody. So the combination of the two makes him a very dangerous player back there.